All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
What down?
Now Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw his Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. The Raiders at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. A gain there of 21 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. clicking on all cylinders right now.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Carr. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him. Wheeling it in on the out route. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Four yards. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Anderson. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Murray. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
To throw is Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
and company going for it on fourth. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Merriman. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Slot man moves right. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On play action, it's Carr. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Mac Hollins, 28 yards. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Murray going to try to throw on third down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Murray. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hopkins, a man in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's personal or just offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams with career touchdown number 75. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions, That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it is 28-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Ertz has it left side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Murray. Rolling to his right. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They're going for it. It's Murray. Found his target. It's Anderson.
And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Murray.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. The man in motion is Brown. Murray going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cohen.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
First down, a run with Cohen.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Swings this out here for Cohen. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run forward with Cohen. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. From the 16, Murray. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give him credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give him any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. Let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Cohen gets it again on second. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Murray now to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Murray now on first down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They try again with Cohen. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A run between the two. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He hits Adams complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He couldn't get the edge there, wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He will score. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. That one complete to Horsted. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Now a play fake. Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. Now Carr. He gets it left side to Johnson. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run with Jacobs. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing, and partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll try and run forward with counter. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and that'll be good for an Arizona 1st down. They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the give, this is Cohen. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
The slot man in motion right. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, it's Murray. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now Murray's got to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
And they will take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one